Hi. In this video, we will discuss a web design layout and what fundamental aspects of a good web page you should keep in mind when designing a website. When we talk about designing a website, we can easily search for references online and then we can easily get baffled. In a world where every day thousands of websites are designed, you need to stand out with your layout. That does not mean you have to come up with groundbreaking designs. Visitors enjoy websites that are easy to navigate, are easy to interact with, and are consistent in layout and design across all the pages. Simultaneously, the website should have attractive colors, have an excellent user experience, and there should be a visual hierarchy. Let's begin with the basics of web design. We mainly talk about web design layouts and the areas you need to focus on when you plan your website layout. We will also tell you some of the elements which constitute a web page. We have divided the topic into 4 parts. First, we will talk about the header, then the content area, followed by the sidebars, and finally, the footer. These 4 elements make the web page of any website. The moment a visitor enters your website, it is the header he will first notice. Also, it appears on every page of your website. By this, we can understand that the header is the topmost portion of any web page, and generally, is the first section that appears on every subpage. The most important thing to highlight on the header is your logo, if you own a business or an organization. You can also put the website's name if that is your brand. In this case, the logo becomes vital as it represents your brand. Generally, it's on the left-hand side of the header. If you also have a tagline, you should also put in your header. To highlight the brand, use a clean and readable fonts with impressive photographs. Another vital element is the site navigation or the main menu. Moreover, this is where you have navigation to your inner subpages. It is advisable to put it in your header because the user must have access to it at any time. You should also put your quick contact information on the header along with the social media icons. If your company has accounts on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn or Instagram, make sure you place small icons with links to the respective social media handles, so that users are aware about them. These are essential call to actions. It's one of the most important things that sometimes people ignore or think are not helpful. Ideally, you might want to have a call to action where people will start a phone call immediately if they click on it. You may also want to put an email address. Another essential element in the header is the search bar. Many websites choose to ignore the search bar, while this is an essential functionality. Make sure that when you're designing a new homepage, you talk to your designer or developer and ensure that there is a proper functional search feature available on your website. So, when people decide to go to the search input field and type in something, they get meaningful results. If you are designing a shopping website, do include the shopping cart on the header. Let us move on to the content area. This is the section of a web page that generally changes from one page to another. Make sure the navigation of the pages is clean, and the content is relevant and good. This is where you have the bulk of your information. So if you have a blog, for example, this is where your blog content would go. If you have a news article, this is where your news content would go, and so on. Now, every article on every page should have a relevant title. Also, use impressive photographs to tell the stories. You must have visual elements on your web pages that will drive attention and will keep your user engaged all the time. You will also need to keep your website content updated. It would also help if you cross-link your pages. These are called inline links within your content. You can use specific keywords as anchor texts to link to other pages on the website relevant to that keyword. This will enhance user interaction and make the flow of information more seamless and reader-friendly when your user is browsing through your website. Also, you could have related links. If you feel that there are relevant links that will provide better understanding of the topic of a particular web page, you should add them to the bottom of the page. You might want to add it to the end of the article. Several websites place promotions, discount codes, or any advertisement at the end of the article to entice the user to interact with. Moving on, let's talk about the sidebars. Some websites nowadays choose to ignore the sidebars completely. However, you should try to accommodate at least one sidebar for your website. You might want to choose the left-hand side or the right-hand side to put your sidebar information there. Then again, left or right, it does not matter. Some websites choose both. We would advise you that if you want to choose both, make sure that you have relevant information to go there. So, what can you put there? You can sometimes put a secondary menu. If your website is too big, and your web page's hierarchy is too deep, you need secondary navigation. It is ideal for placing in the left-hand sidebar. You also need to have frequently visited items there, of course, because you will not have, or you're not going to create a different sidebar for every subpage. It will be a nightmare. So, you need to have items such as promotions, advertisements, and related links. This is important to make sure that your developer knows about using the sidebar, and knows what he or she needs to create a sidebar for your subpages. Finally, if you have news about your company, this is an excellent place to put it up. You can also share live feeds from your social media profiles on the sidebar. Nowadays, we also see that websites prefer side menus over sidebars. You can also provide the user with an enhanced experience if they find your latest social media updates on the website. Then, you can also include some information that does not fit into the website. You can also run subscription forms here. The options are unlimited. Now, let's move on to talk about the footer. It might be the final or bottom part of the page, but it is the portion where the user comes to find relevant information. The footer is somehow similar to the header. Here, do not forget to include information such as your copyright information or the copyright statement. It should also include a link to your terms of conditions page and privacy policy. It is essential to talk to a lawyer or someone who can provide you with an acceptable privacy policy about your website. You should put your contact number and email here again, because sometimes people scroll at the bottom of the page and look for contact information. Visitors are used to scrolling down for information, so make sure you put your telephone number right there. Two of the most important aspects of any web page are the About Us and Contact Us pages. For this, the web developer must make the navigation easy for the visitor to find that information. You can also include a box to sign up for a digital newsletter. In this way, you can increase your traffic and online presence. Also, place the social media icons that you have pasted on the header here as well. It is essential to constantly remind the visitors of your website's presence on social media. Moreover, do place your company logo or name again. Creating a brand recall does not harm, and promoting it does not too. Make sure it is transparent and clearly visible. We hope you enjoyed this video on the web design layout and the essential elements of a web page. We will meet you in the following video.